All right. Hello, everyone. All right. So my name's Omar Gonzalez, and I'm almost making this video because I'm a power lifter, and I want to document the journey for me trying to become one of the strongest team powerlifters there is. Because currently I'm 16 years old, and I've been doing powerlifting for give or take 2 years straight. Well, this will be my second year straight doing it. I did it freshman year, didn't do it sophomore year. I didn't really enjoy it. Junior year I did it. I absolutely loved it. And now senior year I'm going, and right now I'm on track to beat all the records and become a regional lifter, and hopefully maybe even place really good at state. So yeah, I mean, I just want to document my ups and downs, the journey of how to get there, and everything I've done so far to become where I am. And if you guys don't want to watch, I mean, that's okay. I just wanted to almost document this to show you how I'm good. I know that I'm going to become the one on top. Little backstory about myself. I lift in the 165 weight class. I'm 16 years old, as I said. I'm in Texas, so the rules might be a little bit more different for people that aren't in Texas doing powerlifting. But what have I done is last year, I think my first total was about 900 pounds, which is not very good because I think my max squat was like 325, bench I think was like 200, and deadlift I think was maybe 365, give or take. But this is all equipped because in Texas we have the Equipped Federation. But this year I know for a fact one of these episodes is going to be me competing in my first powerlifting America, and then also using that to make it to nationals and compete in my first ever IPF powerlifting meet. So that's something that I know I'm going to be able to do. But why do I think y'all should watch? It's not that I want y'all to watch because I think I'm better than y'all, because there ain't no way I'm better than any of y'all. I just want y'all to understand how I was able to change so much. Because I think my last meet was in January, February, give or take. Right now, this video is being recorded at the beginning of July. So it shows you it's been like, what, give or take 6 months around. And not only have I gone up from 900, the last time I did my maxes, I was at 1200. And not only 1200 raw, which is a really crazy achievement. I've put over 100 pounds on my squat raw. I've put what? Yeah, over 100, I think like 175 pounds on my squat, about 150, 160 on my deadlift, and I've put about 45 pounds on my raw bench, which is really good because not a lot of people really do that. But I just want to show you how I was able to do that. Being such a lightweight class and being such a light person and being so injury prone, I want to show you how I'm going to be able to become one of the top people that y'all are going to see. I'm also not a very camera person. I'm, what's it called? Camera shy. I don't like being on camera that much. But yeah, right now I'm headed to the gym. Today I have a volume bench day and a moderately heavy deadlift day. It's about 80%, which 80% for my deadlift is, oh wait, I didn't even think about it. I should probably tell you how my max is. So my max raw squat is 450. My max raw deadlift is 500. And then my max raw bench is about 235, 240. I did 235 pretty comfortably, probably RPE 8.5. I didn't want to risk it and jump up too much and be injury prone. So I decided just to chill around the 235, knowing I could probably get 240, 245. But on the way to the gym right now, I have a moderately heavy deadlift day. I have 80%, which is about 405. Bench, which is about 80% as well, which is going to go around the 185, 190 range. And yeah, so this is going to be a series, and I want to make it all the way up until, as I said, I record a video in the IPF, becoming one of the best. I'm really excited because I've been wanting to do this for a while. But yeah, I mean, I got a C4 right here because I'm ready to fuck up my CNS. And I also got deadlift, but I'll make sure to warm up on deadlift because I have been getting a little tight on my my adductors. So I'm gonna see how that goes. But yeah, I'll cut to me being in the gym. Probably not bench because there's a lot of people around when I'm doing bench. But deadlift for sure I'll do it. So y'all can see how I warm up and how I get ready to do my top set lifts and back downs. Gotta remember that. Oh, and I don't don't necessarily follow an exact plan. So y'all can follow the same plan I have, or the same plan I kind of show, but nowhere will I do the exact plan lift for lift, because I don't want y'all to think that y'all have to be exactly like me in order to see some type of progress. Everyone's body works differently. Mine obviously responds to different things than other ones. So if y'all are thinking about doing powerlifting, I feel like y'all should think that powerlifting isn't something that you have to copy everyone and do what everyone else is doing, because that's not necessarily going to show you the results. Like, I could do what's his name? Like Austin Perkins. I could do the exact things he's doing, but it's not going to work necessarily to the best extent that it works to me and to him. Because maybe he has better joints, better knees, better what's it called? Damn, I don't know what the word's called. Recovery. Maybe he has better recovery that I don't have. Which, recovery is probably one of the biggest things you can have in powerlifting, because you need to be well recovered in order to lift the best you can. But I'm gonna show you my list for today, and I'll cut back to it when I'm at the gym. All right, so fresh out the gym. Wasn't able to record much because it was surprisingly busy today. I don't know why it's busy. It's like 9:30 in the... All right. I don't know why it's so busy. It's like 9:30 in the afternoon. It's dark as shit outside. But there was a lot of people. But today we did bench and deadlift. So my bench was pretty good. I did about 190 for 5 for 3 sets. It's pretty good. Only complaints I really have about bench is I'm learning wide grip, because, well, it's obviously superior, and I do really close grip, like basically benching on the smooth part. And I knew that was starting to hinder me because that was a lot of tricep work. So I'm like, I'm gonna switch, and now that I've switched, I feel better. I feel like I'm able to move more weight, which is good. Only complaint I have is my lower back. My lower back gets really tight, and I think I'm gonna start rolling it out or doing some type of stretching to fix that. But it was pretty good today. It wasn't like too bad, but it's pretty bad. I wasn't able to get a full arch in my back like you're supposed to, but it was enough to where it was substantial. So I did that, and then y'all just saw I did my top set, which my top set was only 80% today. It was 80% of 405. I low-key jumped the first rep. The rep, I jumped it. That's why my form was a little wonky. I fixed it for the next 2. I was nervous of being on camera, but I feel like that was good. Well, let me back out of here because some people are gonna think I'm weird. But I would say it wasn't too bad. It felt really good. It felt nice. It felt like I was ready for it, which is good. Because right now I'm in my base building. This is the 3rd week of base building, so I have 1 more week after this. And then we're on the strength building, which is probably the best one. And I'll give y'all a little bit. I didn't record much in the gym, especially because I wanted to be more of like a tell, you know? Like a talk. I'm gonna go this way where there's more cameras, more lights, so I can talk to y'all. What today was almost like base building going into strength building. We're at 80%, and then next week we're gonna be at 85%, which is pretty good. I haven't touched that weight in about almost a month, and I'm feeling really good. I've switched my plan a little bit. The other one worked, obviously, it put a lot of weight on, but I felt like I was always fatigued, and this one I feel like I'm less fatigued, and I'm starting to actually train like an actual powerlifter. My plan is give or take 2 to 3 squats a week, 4 benches to 3 benches a week, and then also 1 to 2 deadlifts a week. But I only work out 5 days and have 2 rest days back to back, which is always usually Saturday, Sunday, or Wednesday, Thursday. Give or take one of those 2. Those are the ones that work best for me. Obviously, if they don't work good for you, don't do those. But a little insight, base building is basically where you try to put on as much muscle as possible, which is probably one of the most where you're going to be extremely fatigued. You know, you're going to be sore, a lot sore than you're usually. But it's the most important step, because basically you're putting on muscle mass to later train the muscle mass to move more weight, is where I'm going to go right here. Strength training. Strength training is basically where you're using all the new muscle you made, and you're showing it how to almost push more weight and training it to move a lot more weight. And then you have your peaking phase. Peaking phase is where you're almost training your muscles and your CNS to understand that you're going to be putting a heavier weight on your back, pulling it, and on your chest, you know? So I feel like the most important ones is definitely peaking and base building. Because if you don't train your CNS, even if you do a 20-pound, 30-pound jump, you're going to destroy your CNS and you're not going to be able to do any more attempts. Because as you know, in powerlifting, there's always the three attempts for 3 lifts. You know, you have your 3 squats, 3 benches, and 3 deadlifts. But that's why you see a lot of people that are in the gym always doing static holds with about 120 to 130% of their max, because that's shocking their CNS and training it to understand how to deal with heavier loads. But, you know, a little explanation out the way. So, we had bench and deadlift today. As I said, that I work out multiple muscle groups, I guess, per day. But one of the main things, if I was to like give my advice to other powerlifters, is find what's best for you, and also find what you like eating. Eating is probably one of the most, if not the most important, no, the second to most important thing. The first most important thing is to sleep. You have to sleep and get rest if you want to be a productive powerlifter. Sleeping is one of the most productive things. You can't sleep 5 hours, 4 hours a day and then feel productive and then go to the gym and act productive. But yeah, you have to sleep adequately if you want to perform adequately. So, you know, sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day minimum, eating to your caloric maintenance, if not a little lower or a little higher, depending on what your goals are. I would say for base building, being in a surplus of only about 200 to 300 calories, nothing big. And then for your strength and peaking phase, I would suggest going down depending on what your weight class is. I'm about 172 right now, 173, so I'm a little heavy for my weight class. So right now I'm slowly starting to cut down to get to around the 165 about a week or 2 into my base building. I mean, into my strength building, yes. Because you don't want to almost say you're going to compete in the 165s. You don't want to be training your strength and peak at 180 pounds. Because the second you drop those 15 pounds, it's going to be a complete shock. You're not going to understand it. You're going to be tired and your body's not going to know how to handle the energy you're giving it. And this is all, none of this is research based or anything like that. This is all the experience that I'm good at and the experience that I know works for me. But that pretty much concludes the first episode. You guys might not know like who I am right now, but I know for a fact, in the next 8 months, my name is going to be on multiple posts and multiple records. And I know that for myself. And I know I'll be able to bring all y'all along that support on my journey through the PA and IPF leagues. And hopefully one day, get the package that shows that I'm competing for the USA IPF team. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.